Hi everyone, Bill Badran with BandTech Solutions, and welcome to our VBlog series. In this session, we're actually going to go over a productivity app that might be beneficial for you. Since everyone's on a smartphone device of some sort, whether it's an Android or Apple, that becomes a very, very useful tool. Now, it becomes even more useful if you have the right application that can do the work for you. Yes, I said that correctly. To actually have an application that does the work for you. Well, today's VLog series is about if this, then that app. We'll go ahead and kind of show you how that works and give you hopefully an incentive to download it and try it out. So check this out. If this, then that is an application that I've been really wanting to demonstrate and provide some insight for all of our followers and making sure that they understand there's a lot of great resources out there for staying productive. This is definitely a productivity app, great for smartphones or tablets. They do have a internet-based site. If you go to the website IFTTT.com and sign in or create an account, definitely please do that as soon as you can, so that way you can follow along during this session. Want to kind of guide you through making a recipe through your desktop as well as on a smartphone device. So imagine your current workflow on a day-to-day basis. The amount of times you use your smartphone device or tablet on whether it may be social media for your business page, whether it is receiving email notifications and going towards another application to open up that email, to open up a different attachment, whatever the case may be. This software was designed to help reduce the amount of steps that is taken, where it actually runs in the background and helps automate a lot of the workflow for you. Now, they do this by the simple recipe, if this, then that. So the program is structured where you create a if scenario. So for example, if I post on Instagram, then I would like to also post on Twitter. So that's basically the two recipes that help and once again automate, where you don't have to go back and forth on different platforms, and as well as taking the extra step or time to make sure things are happening for you. So look at it this way. The first thing I want you to do is really look at your day-to-day process and list out everything you do that this program may help reduce. So take a look at whether it's you're constantly on your smartphone device looking at your email. Then if you are, then look at what you do entirely in your email, whether it's when you receive an email from someone, what do you do with it? Do you reply? If there's an attachment, do you look at opening up the attachment in a different application? Let's say another scenario is that you're starting to take photos for a marketing campaign through your smart device as your day-to-day process, and however you have multiple platforms you want to make sure that that same photo is attached to, and instead of using tools like Hootsuite or Buffer, and you're paying for those applications to take care of that, which are nice tools. They're definitely great to have, but looking at the simplicity of this program, if this then that, and the cost savings and the time savings it provides you. So let's go ahead and kind of go ahead and look at their dashboard. Once you sign in, create an account, you can get started for free. I don't anticipate this being a paid program just yet, but if you haven't, create an account now. So you could create recipes for pretty much any device, recipes for iOS, for Android. You could create recipes for personal, for business. It makes it really, it's an intuitive application. So for example, they have recommended applications that they have been using, whether users have been using it for Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, Pinterest. You can actually look at different channels. For example, if I go here and browse channels, these are basically other main applications that are out, vendors. So for example, there's channels for ESPN, BMW, Facebook. These are different vendors who are starting to really see the benefit of an application like this. personal side, let's say you go and you have a new Honeywell Connect Comfort tool, temperature status, and you can actually connect your smart device to it, and you could create a recipe to say that if I enter the house, to automatically set it at this temperature, and it does that automatically for you. So once again, it's all in the background. You can actually tie into your business, whether it's cloud storage, once again social media, whether it's a POS, Square, even if you're just keeping track of stock, news related items. If you have a Office 365 account, having your email backed up to a cloud storage, you could create that recipe there. So I'm gonna go back here and go into my recipes, just kind of give you an idea of what I quickly created, and just kind of hopefully give you an insight of how that works. So if a new tweet by at BandAMembers, including retweets and replies, then share an update on Build Badran's profile. So this basically says, here's my if recipe. If a new tweet happens, then it's automatically going to update that on my business profile on LinkedIn. So great, awesome. I'm killing two birds with one stone per se. Really intuitive and easy enough for anyone to create a recipe. And let's do that. So let's say we go ahead and create a recipe. Right now it's going to really, I love how they make this so simple. Big, bold content. If this, then that. So right now we're going to go ahead and click on the this, since we're going to create that recipe first. Let's say if I wanted to, we could look at the different default options that they have, and it's really, I mean, there's so many different things that you can look at getting into, and that's why I really encourage you to look at your day-to-day process, list that out first before you get into it, so that way it makes it easier for you to create recipes right off the bat. So I'm going to start with Google Calendar. So we're going to choose a Google Calendar, we're going to connect to that. It's going to pop up with a different window, and right now I'm already signed in into our company Google Calendar. I'm going to go ahead and allow it. Alright, so we are successfully authenticated, so we are going to update which calendar that we're going to connect with, which is our main calendar here. So we're done there, and now we're going to go to the next step, which is basically choosing the trigger. The trigger is really, what is it specifically do you want out of that application? So any events, and so their programming basically gives you an idea of what options you have. So they have any event starts, event that search starts, any new event added. So I'm going to say, let's say any new event added. So that's the trigger. We're set to go. There's no other additional requirements there. And we're going to go into the next step, which is to create the recipe for that. So the next action channel, and we'll say email. So basically, send me an email. The action will send you an HTML based email. Images links are supported. So we're going to go ahead and create that trigger, and we can actually have a opportunity to create a quick description of what that is. I'm going to go ahead and leave it as a default, so it's going to have a subject for starts and information here. I'm not going to get into that, but once again, give you an idea that you can actually create your own subject and your own body in that email, and we're going to create that action. So we've created the recipe, and so if I get a new event added, it's going to send me an email at my email address. Great, awesome recipe. I'm going to go ahead and create that, and we're done. That's it. That's how easy it is to create a recipe, and that goes a long way, and it goes actually similar format on a smartphone. So if we look at it on an Android based phone right now, this is the app. After you open it, you can see all the recipes that you've personally created. Right now it just shows that we've added a new recipe here. We've added other recipes down here, and you could create a new recipe right on the top right corner with the bowl and the little spoon there. So if we go ahead and tap on that, we could search for recipes that they have, or we add go ahead and tap on the plus sign, and we could look at the suggested services. So same format, same clicks, step process, and within maybe under a minute you could create a recipe that will work for you. Very intuitive, simple, bold colors, big content, which I feel is great for any person who's trying to maximize their productivity, maximize their efficiency. They have the tools, they have a smart device, a smartphone, iOS, whatever it may be, but you're not really using it fully with this application. It actually helps out tremendously. So great application. So hopefully this will help out. Once again, this is Bill Badran with BandTech Solutions. Till our next VLog series. Have a great day.